just driving down a track, and then you find in Chile, in Tierra del Fuego, and the middle of nowhere, and you find a gold dredge. YouTube. Well, good morning YouTube and EOP. I'm in a bit of woodlands. You see, it's getting ready to go, but it's I don't know if it's private woodlands or not, but there's a road there, and I think there was only 2 cars that passed. Two or three last night and one today. After 9 o'clock there was nothing. But yeah, it's actually out of sight from the road, but when the roof's up you probably see the white if you kind of look this direction. But yeah, very nice. The only downside is there's lots of cow pats around, so there's lots of animals, cows. I saw a couple of pigs walk by, as you do. And yeah, there's flies, a few flies, got a bit of wind now to blow them away, but yeah, a few flies, but it's alright. Had a good night's kip, so that's fine. Attacked by a fly, that's something to eat. I had to use most of my onions and my potatoes last night because I'm going to Chile today and they'll take them off me. And eggs. Well, I want a pizza tonight, so I've saved 1 egg, I've hidden 1 egg. But yeah, normally cheese and all that's alright, it's just fruit and vegetables. So, right, let's go to Chile again. Chile. Well, that border crossing is actually okay. Well, I met a couple that I met on the road, a couple of push bikes. So that was nice. I met them on the road yesterday. They've just gone through the border now. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, so I'm heading over to the lake and I'm going to stay there tonight. The Argentinian border was really good. The guy from the migration, he spoke English, which is really nice. I had a good chat. It's just like him in a room with a laptop. We're in a big room and a lot of batteries, so that's pretty cool. He had a quick look in the back, did the police there, that's it. And this is the little border, whatever it's called, I forgot what it's called. Anyhow, it's across the centre of Tierra del Fuego. The Chilean one, they're all sat inside of each other, so you just pass it from one to the other to the other, all very straightforward. The end one, you do a form, a declaration form, which I already did it I did it this morning on the internet, so which is pretty good. Just she expected to fill the form in. Oh, I've already done it. So that cheered her up. So, and she had a look at the motor, you know, she didn't. Normally if you just say, oh, I've got a few potatoes, I've got this or I've got that, they usually take them and that's it. But for some reason she's left me egg box. So that egg will be her breakfast probably. And the tomato. She didn't, I think it's possible I have another tomato and another egg in the fridge, to be fair. But anyhow, it doesn't matter, does it? I'm going to eat them tonight. So that was very straightforward. She did look in all the cupboards and upset everything and moved it all about and what have you. So it's fine. It is what it is. It's their border. At the end of the time, she's going to go with the flow. And if you hide things, make sure you hide it better, properly. Not like I did. She even found me vodka, and she goes, "Ooh, vodka, yeah, good." Basically, she says, "No food, vodka. Vodka's better than food. You don't need more vodka and less food." So it must be a lonely border up there, because she's a woman there, and the other two are guys. So yeah, I don't know how that works, but. Hey up YouTube, and good morning. When you're just driving down a track and then you find in Chile, in Tierra del Fuego, and the middle of nowhere, and you find a gold dredge. What the fuck? So it's just plonked here. You can see it's come this way with all the tailings, but yeah, it's just plonked here in the middle of the moor. I don't know, there's not much water here, but yeah. Oh, let's walk on a gold dredge. So, oh, there is water here, and all the pulley systems. This is quite big. Yeah, quite big indeed. So I don't know if a lot of it has been taken away or whatever. I was hoping there'd be a river here so I could do some gold panning, but that's probably 10 feet deep. Yeah. As you see, the bucket line. Yeah. It's pretty cool, I must admit. Yeah, I want to do some gold panning so I could actually see. That would be cool. Yeah. It's just full of rust. But I may be standing on lots of gold. So obviously looks like there's parts of it buried as well, bits of it all over the place. So a lot of parts of it have been robbed, I'm pretty sure, and all the winches and the boiler. But yeah, this bit here might have gold in it, and there's no river, so I can go panning, dig some holes. That's pretty different. But it might be tempting to take a bit of that gravel over there. That is the tailings. But how good was the gold catching? I know they're pretty good, but did they miss any? That's kind of an interesting thing. Did they miss any? Is it worth trying to try and get some out? Yeah, it's not too rain. Pretty cool though. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig a bit of these tailings out from this and see if I can get some gold out of them. I'm going to have to find a bucket or something or other and take a load of tailings and just see what I can get. I shall let you know if I get anything. Anyway, right, I have my bucket and shovel, so let's have a go. Be a bit of fun, I suppose. I won't find anything, but don't know until you try. I was going to try and get one of the buckets, is dig the soil out of the buckets, but it's just full of rust, so that's not going to work. Anyhow, let's go. And another thing, on my travels today, I found Kate in her van having a cup of coffee at the side of the road, so it's pretty cool. Well, I ain't rich. I've just panned all that bucket and not a sausage, not a flake, nada. So, unless all that was, I should have really dug a couple of foot down and then tried it then, but because any gold might have been washed down, but nothing. But alas, it was worth a try. Right, I'm going to go back, set up camp. Catch you later. Penguins! You can't see them too much. I've just had a look at the binoculars, but that is like 4 rocks filled with penguins. Well, I'm going up this road. Oh, it's stunning! It is stunning. So the road, well, it's not really a road. So I've come round there and see there's no wind whatsoever. Shut up. Yeah, I've seen some penguins, and this is that's the sea, but it's got some mountains over there. You can see the snow in them. There's a lake here, and it's so still. The calm before the storm, I think. So if I can find a sheltered spot, I'll stay down here. But if we're going to get so much rain, some of this track I want to get through. There's a bit up there where it's very steep and it's very washed out, and I had to go to low range first with diff locking. It was grippy enough, but if it's wet, it won't be. Because this is just turned into a river, as you can see. It is it's not over bad, but if it's wet, it just turns into a river. Somebody else has attempted to get up it and not. I didn't have any problem whatsoever. I wouldn't do it anyway. But yeah, if this was wet, it would be entertaining. I could have just parked over there and done my oil change there. It would have been easier. I'd have to crawl around so much. And I think Brian and, or whatever his name is, and the German lady with the beautiful eyes, I can't remember her name. I think they came up here because I can swear I can see their tyre marks. Yeah, this place is nice. Don't know whether I really want to carry on now. It is beautiful. We come to our little buildings. It's pretty nice. But obviously there's remains of yeah, remains of a factory or something. So I'm guessing it's probably something to do with fishing, I would have thought. Yeah, probably something to do with fishing. Oh, what's that? Let's have a look at that. Yeah. So now these are a different machinery. Canning plant, maybe. Electric motor. Don't know what that is there. Yeah, this is very dodgy. That remains of an engine block. But lots of can tops. So I'm guessing it's probably a canning plant for the fish, because obviously the sea's there. Yeah, so I'm gonna say it's probably a canning plant. just the amount of can tops that's up here. Could do with a chunk of that tyre to try and mend my Land Rover actually. Chunk of rubber. I'm just looking now, see if I could see if there is any lump of rubber. Lots of bits of machinery everywhere. There's a few spots up and down this road that's there. There's also an old larder 4x4 over there as well. I really should get a picture for Valor. Nobody here. Actually pretty cool. Nobody here. So from the, like a sunroom there, absolutely got a fabulous view. Absolute fabulous view. And I don't know. Cab. There's no smoke coming out. This will be all locked up anyway. That looks like an old train. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Didn't expect to see these here. Really didn't. Yeah, definitely very cool. That is. It's probably not even locked. It doesn't look like it's locked. Solar panels. Yeah. Really cool. So I think this is the road. I'm pretty sure it is the road, but it's just, does it go that way, does it go that way, or I don't know, because it's getting even less defined. It's pretty nice. Get ready for winter. They'll chop wood at the back and sheds. So cool. Yeah, when it's like this, when it's not windy, it's beautiful. It really is beautiful, and the sun's on my back now, and it's so warm. But these are all remains of probably a traction engine. Well, it's just a steam boiler that they brought it on the boat. So I'm pretty sure it was a fishing area. It's got to be a fishing area. But it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's right on the edge of Tierra del Fuego. And it's actually nowhere. What I'll do is I'll go on my phone and I'll just show you where we are right now. I don't know if it will, but the blue dot is at the end of my thumb. A swire is down there. That's a shipwreck. So this area is Chile. So I've come out of Argentina back into Chile, and I was camped up there last night. And the thing is, I could live in a cabin like that. Wood to chop, beautiful scenery. What more could you ask for in life? What more could you ask for? Unless that's the house and this is the workshop, maybe, I don't know. And schools. Yeah. Probably the outhouse. Yeah, but we'll have a bit of arty stuff. Yeah, anyhow. Pretty cool. Now, you can't see, but the end of that island there, on this back corner on the right, on the left, there's a school of dolphins. It's really cool. We can't see them right well on this. This is a zoom max out. I can see them better on the binocular, so that's what I'm going to do, is watch them on that. That's cool. Hey up and good morning, YouTube. I'm in Tierra del Fuego, just outside Puervier, I think it is. I'm heading over that way now, but there's a massive storm coming, like 60 millimeters of rain over the weekend. So it's Friday, no, it's Saturday today. But yeah, so for the last couple of nights I've stayed here. I'll turn you around. Where's Kate? We're just in that gravel bit there. But this is an old ancient forest, and it doesn't look spooky at all, does it really? No, doesn't look spooky at all. I can go further up there. There's a bit of a bog hole there, a bit of bog hole further up. I don't want to go through a bog hole because it's all the bugs and everything. But yeah, it's a lot less windy in here. But if we get in the storm, well, you can see the trees. If you get in a big storm, you don't want to be really with some of these trees, because if these come down, it's bye bye. Look at that one leaning there. Look, massive wind comes through here. Pretty cool. Yesterday here was going to move yesterday, but it was just so nice. It was really nice and warm. There was no wind all day, and we just did absolutely nothing. Well, I did. I actually changed my engine oil and changed my transfer box oil. I was going to change my gearbox oil, but I couldn't find the socket for it. I put it somewhere safe from where I normally put it, and I can't find it now. Typical. My missus has probably moved it. It's usually the case, isn't it? Well, that's what I used to blame her for anyway. But yeah, so let's go and have a look in a bit. I do have an issue with the Land Rover. I've noticed it for a while, but it's been getting worse. So it seems to be oversteering on some of the bends. It seems to be oversteering. The back end feels to be coming round, and you notice it more on like tracks, you know, like wagons carve about, or gravel, like you see where I am now with the gravel. You see there's gravel built up, and I can feel it more on them, because if you just hit the right, it just tends to wonder more. And what it is, there's a big bush about that big, and it's so worn, it's pancaked. So it should be around about that big. Mine is that big. So the rubber's not doing the thing, so it's letting the whole side of the front axle move by a good inch. So when you're going into corners, sometimes you can feel it. The actual move, it's moving it. The front axle is steering itself when it's not supposed to be doing. When you are steering it, it's still steering, but it can tend to oversteer all of a sudden when it moves that extra inch. So I'm going to try and find a bush in Port Arenas, hopefully. If not, I'm going to have to think of something, because I'm going up near Stroud, and it's nowhere up there I'm going to get Land Rover parked. Even when I go back into Argentina, I'll be looking to get Land Rover parked. So I have figured a way. I can swap there's some bush at the other side, because there's two bushes that go through the chassis. One at the other side is okay, the one at the back side is okay. So what I'm going to do is swap them round. So I'm going to have to take it all in bits, swap the bad bush for the good bush, so it's not going to move that way. And then the back one is less important, but I still need to pack it out. So if I get some rubber or even a tyre, cut a section of the tyre out, a couple of squares of the tyre, it doesn't really matter. Cut a couple of squares of the tyre out, maybe 3, it all depends how thick it is, and make centre of it so it will fit over the shaft, and then put the nut and the big washer on, and then that will stop it moving basically. So all the rubber is that side is just to stop it moving, and it'll still flex